Hello, YouTube. Okay. Sometimes when it does this, it starts an issue. Anyway, a couple days later from the last recording, this will be out. Technically tomorrow I'm recording this. Let's see, what were we doing? Adder's Nest. Did I have Gridanias? Yes, I did. We'll continue the main quest for now, but we're not gonna probably do a trial if we come across it, which I think we're gonna hit a trial soon. Also, over the weekend, I didn't do much. I did do another day of tribals, so we're a little higher. I also did not have the mission, but I did the fate while I was there, so if I happen to get it again, we have stuff. Also, I did do some crafting, so our crafting levels are slightly higher. Not much, but just like a day's worth of turning them in. Also, I found out, because I was fiddling around with it, a bad bladder. This is what we need for the other tribal. So we'll probably do that today. Either today or tomorrow. We'll see how much time we have when doing other stuff. But we will get this quest here. Lily, we have ourselves a situation. Our scouts out at Etat Spire have sent word that the Ixal are attacking their position. They report they have already weathered a sudden strafing run by one of the Birdmen's blasted war balloons, and casualties were high. Have you ever seen these beastmen? Dirigibles? I have no idea what that says. The Ixal stock them with explosive munitions and rain hell on their targets below. Even should they float within bow range, the balloon's skins are thick and difficult to penetrate, though it can be done. Thus, the spires we constructed throughout the 12 Woods are Gridania's first line of defense against assault from the air. 'Tis frustrating, indeed, then, that the recent conflicts have left them undermanned. I need you to head into the North Shroud immediately and lend your strength to the garrison at Etat Spire. I'm certain Captain Gaithrit will appreciate the help. So this is the other tribal one. I actually confirmed it on another character. Oh no, wait, we're not from this one, so you won't be able to see it. What are our... You branch rock. We could do some of this stuff, I think. Technically, apparently, I have a couple things, but we're probably using them. It's not high, right? Sometimes, if you're not gonna do your stuff for the day, by the way, well, I think I might have another mating card in my company chest. But anyway, if you're not gonna do stuff, sometimes, like if you have a spare whatever and you don't want to use it eventually and you have it, like you might as well just give it even normal quality. Just it's a little boost of experience, some extra seals, you know. That's only if you're not gonna craft stuff. If you're gonna craft it, always do high quality. Like if you're gonna spend the day doing it, do it properly. But if you're like busy, it's about to change over to reset time or something, you might as well just get the extra experience. I did that on my other character. I had some items that I made, since I think I made them just for the sake of having them, like the check mark. And when I did that, yeah, it was just like, oh, I still have these in my inventory. I don't need them, so why not just give them away? I don't have time to finish the dailies today, so. And that's another thing. I won't be doing the tribes every day, even though, like, I'll do them more consistently just because I don't play the same game every day. Sometimes I'm busy in the days. Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I just want to play something else. But when I do them, I am trying to do them a little more consistently just so I can do this. I also don't know when the tribes reset because they don't reset at the same time as the crafting. I forget if they reset at midnight or if they reset like hours before. But I do know that there's 2 different reset times and I don't remember what they are. Excuse me. And the tribes reset on the other timer, not the crafting one. And I don't remember what it is. A pleasure to see you as always, Lily. Thank you for answering my summons. Quite frankly, I can think of no one more qualified to... but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain. Fish, a buffalo. Hail to the King KUPO. Yeah, this is... I'm pretty sure this is a trial near the end of this. And I'm not ready to tank a trial. Not long ago, the Mughal Kupala visited the Adder's Nest to request an audience with the other seeds there. He spoke of an imminent threat to all Mughal kind, one which would imperil the entire Twelveswood if left unchecked. I actually forgot about this section in postgame. I think I always forget about this specific section for some reason. You proved an able ambassador to the Sylphs, and we would have you reprise the role in our dealings with the Mughals. The rest you should hear from Kublai himself. He awaits you with the other seeds there at the Lotus Stand. KUPO? Let's see. Adjures. The other scions have already arrived, madam. May I show you in? Yes. Papalimo, Ida, Rhea Osana, and Blacko? Oh, the other, Elder Seed Seer is not here. Can't remember what his name is. But the 3 Elder Seed Seers, we've seen them before. She sat behind them at the... I forget what they called it, but the gathering in each of the cities. She was behind the Elder Seed Seer. Along with her brother. Which the other 2. And then of course Tiny Senna. Please, you have to stop them. But you mustn't kill them. They're not bad Mughals, KUPO. They're just misguided. A gentle, no. Firm thrashing is in order, yes, but no. Calm yourself, Kublai Kop. Can you not see that she hasn't the faintest idea what you're talking about? Be quiet this instant. Pray forgive his witless outburst, sister. Most grateful am I that you have come, Lily, and upon such short notice. Truly, Gridania, could not wish for a more stalwart ally. But you are doubtless eager to know wherefore we summoned you. Our friend KUPO has brought to us news of a most unsettling development. It would seem that the good King Mugomog, the 12th, has returned to Eorzea. A curious thing to hear, I know. Truth to tell, I myself cannot say for sure if he is a genuine figure from history or some manifestation of Mughal mythology. KUPO here would have me believe the former. Once upon a time, once upon a time, we Mughals served the gods in heaven. It was quite nice up there, unspeakably beautiful, unimaginably spacious, and with a literally endless supply of wine, KUPO. In spite of this, or possibly because of the last part, the gods eventually became discontented and started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Mughals. So good King Mugomog the 12th, may his glorious name live forever, decreed that the time had come to leave KUPO. The realm of man would suffice, he said, so all the Mughals should live there instead. Unfortunately, the two realms are so far apart that we couldn't safely fly down. But good King Muglamog XII, may his miraculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do, KUPO. He had a rope, you see, the longest one ever woven. This he nobly held, while his subjects climbed all the way down to the world below. I assumed it was down and just said it before I read it. And that is how we Mughals came to this land, KUPO. All of us except good King Muglamog XII. May his courageous sacrifice never be forgotten. He alone would remain in the heavens, so that Mughal kind might at last know peace. Except that he has not remained in heaven, from what I understand, that being your reason for contacting us, yes? I'll bet he tied the rope to something. Good thinking. Remind me again what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea? The problem, Ida, it lies in the fact that he was summoned. It is our belief that good King Mugomog the 12th is a myth made manifest via means akin to those employed by the beast tribes in the summoning of their gods. Wait, you're saying a handful of Mughals with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard and he just sort of appeared? Did that even work? What I cannot fathom is why they would even try. With Gerudo humbled and the Ultima weapon destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take so drastic a measure? Might that not in itself be the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea has been brought unto the very brink of destruction, only to be spared, at the last, by the heroics of a chosen few. To those who braved those tempests and survived by virtue of your own strength, this latest period of peace will doubtless seem a welcome respite. But to those who had not the power to defend themselves, who were spared only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. I think the Mughals' guard are afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and that things may not end so well as they did yesterday. The fear has driven them to call upon a greater power, one they believe can be relied upon to protect their loved ones, and their homes come what may. I assure you, the Mughals' guard only want to protect the forest from outsiders. But ever since the return of good King Muglamog the 12th, may his boundless grace fill our hearts with love, they've started to get a little carried away, KUPO, verging on a lot in fact, like the sylphs who summoned Ramu, you mean? Hmm, we cannot discount the possibility that this entity is influencing Mughals in a manner similar to that of a primal. We share the same concern. Whoever or whatever the king may be, it is our belief that he poses a threat not only to the Mughal kind, but to Gridania as a whole. Thus, do we beseech you, Lily, confront good King Mughal the 12th, and drive him from our midst. Humbly, I do thank you. Sanctuary of Mughalsgard and their liege lord is concealed by magical wards. Brother E. Sumayan of the Conjurers Guild will doubtless be able to offer insight on how they might be dispelled. Pray seek his counsel ere you proceed any further. Oh, I should talk to them. Oh, wait, no. Okay, KUPO's still here. Remember, no killing, KUPO. A sound thrashing will more than suffice. Oh dear, oh dear. My sister is right, Lily, for Mughal's sake and our own. Banish the king from the Twelvewood. If you are to confront good King Mughamad the 12th, you must needs find a way to defeat his magical defenses. Upon such matters, Brother E. Sumayan is something of an authority. Pray consult him without delay. You know, I might just switch to, if I can, I might just switch to DPS if we do the trial, to do it quickly, since I'm not confident in because I also don't know, I know the whole thing about like a main tank and an off tank, but I'm not exactly sure what you do as an off tank. And I do not have main tank energy yet. Welcome, Lily. Welcome. That you should be the one to face good King Mugamad the 12th is of great comfort, to me and to the elementals both. As I am sure you know, Mughals are not by their nature a warlike race, yet should the king be suffered to remain, it is like that his influence will bring about a change in them. Thus does it behoove us to defeat him quickly, before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever preparations you deem necessary and inform me when you are ready to seek the king. You have selected Regicide. The words barring access to the king's sanctuary can only be nullified through the use of enchanted keystones. Self-same method employed 5 years ago, when first the king was summoned to Eorzea. It was with great regret that we were forced to sanction the slaying of the guardians who then held the keystones, for none were in our possession at the time. By the grace of the elementals, however, we have been spared that burden on this occasion. Kublakop confided to me that he had been entrusted with a set of keystones by the Mughalsgard themselves, yet wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry to the king's sanctum. Alas, I have been unable to do so, and dare not labor any longer, for fear that the Mughals might succumb to corrupting influence for the liege lord. We must needs have Kublakop's keystones, Lily. Pray go to him, and beg his assistance. He awaits you at West Shore Pier. Impress upon him our great need, and I am certain he will yield. I think the pier is here by the Lancers Guild. Yeah, it's by the Lancers Guild. Maybe I will go in and just be an off tank. And pray I don't have to be a main tank, since I don't know everything yet. Haven't had to do it in real time, because these kind of things, like, I'm doing fine in, like, regular stuff, but, like, I mean, it's AI. These are easy stuff. Technically, the trials are easy, too, but for easy-ish. So, pluck up. So, how will you do it, KUPO? Oh, he told you about that? Well, if there truly is no other way, I'll do it, KUPO. Take the ferry to Sweet Bloom Pier. I'll go on ahead. He took much convincing. Oh my god. Yeah, let's see. I think this is a trial. Don't you dare lie to me, KUPO. I know what you're planning, and I won't allow it. Open your eyes, KUPO. The king will never be satisfied, no matter how many crystals you bring him. Hey, leave my Moogle buddy alone. We offered you a choice, and this is how you repay us? By consorting with a Lullafell? Imperials, Grodanias, Sylphs, you're no different from the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, KUPO. Traitor to his king's Moogles. Kins Moogles. He plots treason against the crown. Enough! Kublai Khan will answer for his crimes soon enough. As will all who defy the will of good King Mugamog the 12th. May he reign forevermore, KUPO. The king is planning to purge the Twelveswood of his enemies, KUPO. We've got to stop him before it's too late. The entrance to Thorn March is deep within the Bramble Patch, KUPO. If you take me there, I can nullify the ward, but be warned, the Google's Guard has set traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you'll need to protect me, KUPO. Escort KUPO safely to the warded entrance. Should you fail to defend him or move too far away, you'll return to Sweet Bloom Pier, where you may rendezvous with him before trying again. You just gonna automatically come, or do I have to? Okay, yes. I got you, buddy. Let's go. Did you hear that? Don't let them hurt me. Keep going, KUPO. I was protecting you. Not the malevolent squirrels. Hey, I said look at me. I have my tank stance on. Why did you not aggro to me? Oh, we got another Malevolent up here. Oh, there's one in the back too. You can take it. You're not getting hurt that much. I'm tanking the majority of it. Oop. Oh, behind us too. What behind us though? Oh, you did. Oh, yeah, do that. I mean, it still works, but damn, they don't want to aggro. But leave them alone. We're here, KUPO. I don't see any more beasts, do you? Are you ready to face the king, KUPO? Then step closer to the ward. Raise your hand and focus, like when you attune to an aetherite, KUPO. I'll open the way for you. Attuning. The rest is up to you, KUPO. Now go and teach those foolish Moogles a lesson and send the king back back whence he came. Thorn march hard. I'm curious. That's not what I wanted. A realm reborn. Or the trials, though. Here are the trials. I know it was pretty low. So you have this. Yeah. I have my inventory behind my damn. Oh, I put on the crystal right away. Does this give me enough item level? It does, actually. Now the question is, do I actually remember how to play the red mage? I don't think I do actually, but I feel more confident being a useless DPS than being a useless tank. Let's actually do that. So what we do, and this is something I haven't shown yet, is you check this, and then you go join. And now as you see, average wait time is 6 minutes. And now we just wait until we get the rest of the people. Now, if I was higher level and strong enough, I could probably solo some of these. But I'm not confident enough, and I would rather, because if I remember right, this fight kind of benefits from having two tanks. Because I believe you need... I forget if it's the 2 tanks or if it just needs people to whack the enemies. But either way, we will do one mission so we can get this way, if we can get a party. Because if not, like, this is the thing. They can take a while, so that's why I said in some cases for like the hard modes and dungeons I've already done, I might just do them off screen because we could be waiting for a long time. Oh, and yeah, we are. Oh, why is OBS having issues? I heard the audio stagger on my end, and I looked. Apparently, it's being. There's nothing going on. I don't know. OBS is being OBS. But sometimes when it's like the average wait time is 6 minutes, it can still go all the way for like, God knows. I remember one time it was like 30-minute wait time and I ended up waiting like 50 minutes for the dungeon. That's another thing obviously that's counterproductive to recording. Probably in future ones like this, I will just be like, oh, whatever. We'll, I'll pause the recording until we get it. That way, you don't have to wait the entire time. But 6 minutes is not so bad, so we'll see if it actually does 6 minutes. And I do want to work on multiple classes, so it won't hurt to jump into DPS just because I'm more confident as a DPS. Oop. Commence. So you gotta hit commence and then everybody readies up. As long as everybody readies up, we're in to go. I literally don't remember my skills. That's not good. Come on, we need the tank to ready up. Tank to ready up. Now, normally when I play this, I don't bother with. They're probably saying hi. That's usually what happens. Everybody's like, hello. I'm obviously not going to skip the cutscene for recording sake. Usually on my own. I don't. Since I've already seen it once, I skip it. This also bodes well if you're watching the cutscene and I'm not as confident or familiar with it properly. Meddling adventures, I'd wager. Guard, to arms! Defend the king, KUPO! See, that's the benefit of doing this with other people, is you don't even know what's going on. Like, that's kind of why I like doing it with AI too, because you have to learn how to do it. Also, I guess the names don't get edited. I must have not changed the names in parties to get edited. I forget what that is. I've only done these for the main story. I don't usually do dailies like other people do. Oh yeah, a lot of people dance with them here. I don't have dances active. You shall suffer for your transgressions. Good the timing. Nothing to me. Ah, damn it. Ah, I didn't get out of it in time. Ah, made me dance. That made it easier than a break. I think? Yeah. So I guess I don't have the party name changed. I need to look at that later as well. Because I want their names to be edited. They're not edited in the party. We gave him a thrashing. I will get that. And they did all the work, so I will pass. I can have it all. That's usually what I do. I'm just like, they did all the work. I don't. They can have it. I'll come back and farm it another time. You did it, KUPO. You did it. Good King Mugamog XII, may his mighty soul rest in peace, is no more. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not stopped the Muggles Guard when you did. Thank you, Lily. Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured that the chief will have choice words for them. You should go tell the Paki that the king is no more, KUPO. Chief was Rhea O at Camp Tranquil and can relay the news to the chieftain. Also, after a match, you can give them a commendation, and it's literally just like a thumbs up. And if you get one, is it in reputation? Yeah, it's right here. But it has to be like people you don't know. Like I can't play with somebody and they give it to me when we play. It has to be others. But anyway, let's get back to doing what we're doing. Being our tank for ourselves because, yeah. It just, in my opinion, a tank needs to either be aware very well, which I'm very easily distracted when all this shit starts happening, which is bad, or they need to know, like, the mechanics very well of the fights, and I honestly don't know the mechanics of a lot of the fights enough. I play a lot, but I probably would say half my time is spent crafting and gathering and stuff, to be perfectly honest. As much as I like playing the game, the majority of my own time is that. And I'm not even like, it's not like I make like Gil and stuff off it, I just enjoy doing it. To the point that I'm enjoying doing it on multiple characters right now. Do I dare believe my ears? Good King Mughal the 12th, may his magnificent virtue serve as an example to us all, has fallen? All Mugglekind owed you a great debt, KUPO. And I sense Rhea O wishes to congratulate you as well. I shall let you two speak without fear of interruption. On the property is of Primals. Your bravery in service to the Twelveswood and her Muggles shall not be forgotten, Lily. Oh yeah, let me zoom back in a bit. Anytime we're in a fight with a lot of people, I zoom out further. That way I can see the field a bit better. My sister will doubtless wish to hear the tale of this great victory from the mouth of the woman responsible. Pray return to the Lotus Stand and treat her to a full account of the day's events, while details are yet fresh in your mind. If I remember right, we have to go through a bunch of fights like that. And I'm not sure if if we'll choose to do it as DPS or if we'll start trying to tank it. Also, just for the sake of... See, I have the dialogue off just so nobody can say anything that's getting anyone in, like, trouble content-wise. Because there's some suspicious shit that can be said in chats. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, it censors certain things, but I've seen some things that are like, yeah, I don't want that to be shown. That's why I specifically made this chat log to not show party chat or anything like that. I did that. I did one log like that on my main character when I used to stream as well, and I would do the same thing. The Elder Seed Steer is expecting you, madam. May I show you in? Yes. I want to see Kani Sena. Ah, he and Papa Lima are here too. Lily, Duplo Cop says you killed the king. I'm pleased, of course, but it completely spoiled the end of your story. Silly Moogle. By Louis Swah's definition, the late King Mughal the XII was indeed a primal. But how can that be? It defies all precedent. Everyone wants to hear your tale, KUPO. What are you waiting for? Tell them! Tell them! Lily, you have returned to us, unharmed and victorious. Thus have I two reasons to be glad. Yet many questions remain unanswered. If you would be so kind as to oblige me, I would fain hear all that occurred in Thornmarch. Well, I went in, these other people did all the work, and I just, came back. And it is as if we feared. You're a fake, you're a false! Begone, fake warrior of light! The king really is a primal. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Mughals don't worship him, for one thing. He's not even a god to them. That doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of. Then mayhap the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains that through a combination of powers contained in the crystals and the force of their collective faith, the Mughals called forth a being that by rights should not exist. Moreover, when slain, said being left no corpse, the ether which comprised him instead being scattered to the four winds. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every respect the same. Which means... Asians. This whole business reeks of their handiwork. Kupoko? Kupopo? They said it was a masked man who had taught them how years ago. For Kardania has no shortage of masked men, and I never thought to question. Confound it all! How many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts? Too many, I fear. So long as there are paragons to stir the embers, fools to build the pyre, and crystals to feed the flames, ever and again shall we suffer primal visitation. A somber thought, but a salutary one. My heartfelt thanks, Lily. Already the information you have provided has proven invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Oh, before you do, my lady, I was hoping we might finish discussing that other matter. The matter of which you speak has even now been settled. The science shall not want for support. We should be glad to send additional supplies to Revenant's Toll. We knew we could count on you, my lady. While Ida and I remain to discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the other seeds here, mayhap you could return to the Waking Sands and apprise Minfilia of all that has transpired. Yeah, sure. And I'm just gonna keep saying Minfilia because I don't know how to say that, so. Do I still have them in my... The Waking Sands, so we were going to Vesper Bay. We're not at Revenant's Toll yet. Alien threat may have been evaded, but there's no end to work we scions do. In our own unique ways, may every one of us continue striving to make a better Eorzea. I'm actually surprised finding Mughelsguard was so fast. I think when I played a lot of this, well, a lot of the expansion, everything that was main story now was duty support. Except trials. Trials like we just did, that require 8 people. Those were not. It is good to see you hale and healthy, Lily. I received word from Median Papalimo that you had felled good King Mughal the 12th. But I had hoped to hear your version of the tale. So it was as they said, summoned with the same methods used by the Beast tribes and fought by the Asians. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the Elder Seedseer of our usefulness. Her offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. My thanks, Lily. Gift. Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are at long last ready to bid farewell to Vesper Bay. So as to avoid drawing undue attention, we shall make the journey to Revenant's Toll in small groups, departing at irregular intervals. Lest you doubt, it is still my intention to conduct future operations openly, but on this particular occasion, the need for caution overrides all other concerns. To move north as one ponderous caravan would only serve to invite attack. It seemed only right that I should be the last to leave, and I would have you remain with me until the end, Lily. Upon my departure, the Waking Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premises will be given into the care of Oranje. I had thought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant, and I had not the heart to disagree. These walls have bore witness to some of the brightest and darkest moments in our Order's history. Mayhap it is best that we do not forsake them entirely. Oranje shall remain here and devote his energies to studying the nature of primals. By the grace of the 12, he will one day discover the permanent solution that we have sought for so long. Of course, he will not be alone. Alizé shall continue to work closely with him as well. Should they require our assistance, I have their assurances that they will not hesitate to contact us. Speaking of Oranje, would you inquire of him if any tasks remain undone? I cannot escape the feeling that I have forgotten something. Something important. Is this where we have to do all the hard mode trials? No, I don't remember. Thou art ever welcome, Lily, but I require no assistance. Pray take thy leave, unburdened by concern for my well-being. Verily, thy countenance speaks a desire to quit this place without further delay. Mayhap thou thinkest this chapter of our tale concluded, that these halls should rightly be consigned to the annals of history. In man's eagerness to seize the future, how readily he doth set down the past. Full many a proud pioneer hath bravely stridden into the great unknown, only to find there the banner of his ancestor. Faded by the eons, and still man glorieth in his discoveries. 'Tis through his pride that wisdom doth ever give way to ignorance, while they who lurk in the shadow remain hidden, lost no sooner than they are found. He always gives me a mouthful to read. I like you, Oranje, but goddamn. Be not offended, Lily. Thy conduct hath ever been beyond reproach. Despite thy surpassing strength and all thy many victories, thou hast never been so convinced of thine own greatness as to imagine thyself above the fallings of thy forebears. Mayhap it is the echo which hath opened thine eyes to the lessons of history. Would that the same could be said of Nah! Whence came that cry? The solar. Well, for Fen, Minfilia! On it! Lily, you must. Tell me, Louisoix, would you have done the same? Louisoix the Villero was a remarkable man, wise beyond mortal measure. Would that I had met him prior to his passing. An Ascian here? How? How readily you see. You are indeed gifted, Minfilia. But you were not like the others. Your robes. Gifted, but ignorant. Yet I shall not judge you harshly. The fault lies with your forebears, and has been millennia. Mine are the robes of an emissary. Unlike you who came before, I have no quarrel with you. He who? You speak of La Habrea? La Habrea is a warrior. He fought, he fell. He may yet learn from his mistakes. And he is still. Come, I only confirm that which you already knew. There is no cessation, no oblivion, only expulsion. You, what are you? We're ready when you are, my lady. If there's nothing else. Is something the matter? I feel the same way. After everything that's happened here, it feels strange to leave. But I'm sure we'll soon get used to Revenant's toll. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Take as long as you like, my lady. We shall depart whenever you're ready. It is only to be expected. She lacks the gift and the knowledge both. To her, we are indistinct. I do not understand. Shadowless, fleshless, formless. What truth there is in each tale is diluted by time and telling. Knowledge dictates expectation, and expectation colors perception. Thus did she perceive not. So it is with all, but a chosen few, even you, when young, could not yet see with eyes unclouded. You know nothing about me. Nothing! The gift grants you clarity, it grants you focus. With it you may in time come to see us as we are, rather than this crude approximation.
La Habrea did not think so highly of the echo. La Habrea is wrong about a great many things. The echo is indeed a gift, albeit one you have yet to master. And if we did, there would be no strife between our peoples, for we would be of one mind. I leave as I came, in peace, Minfilia. May we meet again as friends. Wait! Stay where you are! Ah! Mayhap I was indelicate. 'Tis a mercy she shields her children from his grace with such resolve. Is it also by her hand that you survived the Ardor, I wonder? Ardor? I take it there's no need to explain. Save your concern. He did me no lasting harm. Whatever his intention was, it was not to kill. I heard a cry. What happened? Are you alright? You look faint. Do you need to lie down? I could fetch you a flask of my special tonic. Oranje, send word to the students of Baldestian. Tell them to scour the archives, the forbidden tomes in particular. If there's any reference to an Ascian robed in white, however oblique, I would know of it. An Ascian, my lady? Is that what gave you cause to cry out? I did but moments ago glimpse a figure clad in white set forth from the waking sands. Yet Ascians are wont to employ teleportation magics. Why would one be so brazen? I know not and care not. Find him, Lily. Turn every stone in Vesper Bay if you have to. Pray attend to me, Tataru. You sure you're okay? He speaks of peace, but I know his words belie his true intent. Quickly, Lily, do not let him escape. On it. Too much shit here. Yeah, okay. I thought he was somewhere here. Hi. I am told that you are the Warrior of Light, but I would know for myself. I shall walk north, and you may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will be waylaid if you do. You may even perish. Should you survive, we shall speak anon. Them be fighting words, let's go. Forget his name.
Nick. This one also does not seem to change based on the ratio, because that was huge for me. Come here, gruesome gargoyle. I played Dark Souls, I don't care about you. You ain't that gruesome. I fought 5 of you at the same time. Actually, I don't think it's 5. I think you have to be... Can you actually... I forget if the gargoyles allow 5 in Dark Souls. Dark Souls 2 specifically. Because I know it's like timer based or something. Man, I know I only have 2 in the randomized, but it's not randomizing the Griffin anymore. So I did that. Speaking of gargoyles, multiple. When I was playing and doing the tribes, I decided to change it to random. That way I can change what mounts show up. And if I use this setting later on like another character, it will just be random, so I just have to always change my random ones. But to do random, you need at least 2 mounts selected. And so I just put 2 in, so it can only get the Griffin or this thing. Which I like because of it's like a damn transformer, but it's not one that changes size based on the race though, so it's not as fun. Because you're not having mini Cassian. Oh, nope, let's kill the Conjurer first. That's the healer, so. Let's not let the healer heal our fighting people. Another one. Where'd you come from? Was there not 3? Was I blind? I only saw 3. So I did let a healer last. I didn't let 2 healers last though. What's your name? Because I forget. Remarkable. Truly remarkable. I thank you for granting me this indulgence. None save she who bested La Habrea could endure such an examination. Have the laws of men grown so twisted in my absence that it is now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? You bore witness to my audience with Minfilia, did you not? Then you know I acted only in self-defense. I realize the same cannot be said of La Habrea. Even amongst his brethren, he is considered unique. Nevertheless, I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for through them we discovered you, one so strong in the gift that she could cast us out. Your mother favors you still, that much is plain, but surely you must feel it. Her influence wanes, and her strength shall soon be spent. These lands, these people, this world, all shall soon change. As it was, so shall it be again, as it should always have been. Doubt my claims and question my motives if you will. Only believe me when I say this. I am Ildibus, emissary, bearer of the word of one true God, and we shall meet again. Is it Ildibus? No, I don't remember if that's how you say it. Okay, Ildibus is his name.
I knew we'd get a little griefing. There's no point in. Can I fly over this? I don't remember. Instead of going through the mountain, you can go over the mountain. Thank the gods you returned, Lily. After you left, I began to worry that I might have sent you to your doom. I take it our visitor proved elusive. Beg pardon? He was waiting for you? What did you do? What did he say? As it was, so it shall be again? When does he speak? And of what exactly? The words of this Ildebrus pretend much, but reveal nothing, save perhaps a measure of disdain for La Habrea. I had hoped for answers, but it seems I shall have to be content with a wealth of additional questions. Excuse me. Build on stone. Let us set aside the matter of this Asian until after we completed our move to the Rising Stones. There is but one final favor I would ask of you before I depart. I believe I mentioned before that my father was a member of the Alamegian resistance. The truth, however, is more complicated than that. As far as the Empire knew, he was their spy. He maintained the deception for nigh on half a decade, furnishing the resistance with vital imperial secrets while feeding his paymasters subtly convinced misinformation. When he died some 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I have closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information he and his agents could steal on what they believed to be the single greatest threat to Eorzea, the Primals. Its wisdom has guided me through the years, though there is much within I still do not understand. It is my hope that Oranje will fare better. Tell him to treat it with care. It is all I have left of my father. Give Warburton Journal to Oranje. I thought thee departed. What end dost thou linger? Here. The father's final bequest, the daughter's lifelong labor. It is no small thing to surrender such a cherished memento. Well, can I imagine the Minfilia's pain? Upon mine honor, I swear to spare no effort in the study of these materials, lest my lady's sacrifice be in vain. Lily, this is Minfilia. Forgive me, but I could wait no longer. I have departed for the Rising Stones. If you have yet to... Once you have given the journal to Ranjay, I bid you come to the 7th heaven. In Revenant's Toll, Tatra will be there to show you inside our new headquarters. Assuming you have already attuned to it, you may wish to make use of our new Aetheryte in Revenant's Toll. After all, it is right on our doorstep. What's his The king lives. See, now we can do like extreme Moogle and stuff. Like every dungeon has like a hard mode or I'm pretty sure it's called extreme. I'm not sure I've done extreme before. Maybe I have. They're not required to progress. They're just required to unlock stuff. And again, I'm one of those. I mostly play by myself or with a couple people I know. So there's a lot of dungeons that I have not actually done because they're not required to progress. Once I get to... Because my goal, in general, with these kind of games is like... Yes, I want to do them, but there's so much to do. Like... I literally could keep going and not have to worry. I would be like, hey... I'm about to, like, I have more story to do, I have more this to unlock. Once I unlock everything, then I can kind of like, oh, I can do these extra dungeons or stuff, because then I have nothing else to do. But I've never been in a situation where I've been at the end of an expansion, so I've always had something else to do. And that's how I'm going to treat like the extreme or hard mode versions of certain dungeons. I'm not going to bother with them until we have nothing else to do, kind of thing. Oh, Lily, you're here. Good, good. We were all wondering when you'd show up. As I was just telling your restive receptionist here, I'm pleased to inform you that all documents have been prepared and all signatures signed. The Rising Stones is officially yours. Splendid. From this day forward, I will spare no effort in seeing that it is as welcoming and comfortable a home for us as the Waking Sands ever was. That said, this is all somewhat intimidating, is it not? So many unfamiliar places and unfamiliar faces. You're telling me. Take that odd-looking fellow over there, for example. He's been eyeing us most suspiciously ever since we arrived. I cannot help but wonder if we are truly safe here. That man, I can't say I've spoken to him myself, but rumor has it he's come to hunt for ancient treasures in the Crystal Tower. I wonder who that could be. You've seen the structure I speak of, no? It'd be hard to miss it. That massive pillar of shining crystal that looms high over the land just to the southeast of here. The tales are to be believed. It's the remnant of some ancient civilization. The details remain a mystery, and that's no doubt why it's drawn adventurers and scholars from all over looking to unearth its secrets. The man over there is no exception. And if my instincts are true, he knows more than most. If you're curious about the tower yourself, you can do worse than to talk to him and see what he knows. Why, if I weren't otherwise occupied with my duties here, I'd have half a mind to join you. I mean, just look at it. I can scarce begin to imagine what wonders lie inside. Why, that's wonderful to hear. Rest assured that the receptionist will work just as hard to see that our efforts do not skip a beat, despite the relocation. With that, Lily, I do believe it's time you officially announced your presence to everyone inside. Minphilly and the others will surely be overjoyed to see you. The Crystal Tower series is now available from The Outlandish Man. In order to progress in the main story, you must first complete certain quests in the Crystal Tower series.
While you are granted a respite from your duties as a scion, use your time to probe the depths of the Crystal Tower and see what ancient secrets may be gleaned. Did they used to do this? I don't remember if they did. If they pointed it out that much. But we do have to do that as well at some point before we can get to the expansion. Which, I like the story related to the tower. I can't stand the dungeons. And that's personally just for me because I'm somebody that the more people in a fight, the less like I know what I'm doing. Because like I'm like getting distracted by a lot of lights and stuff. And the dungeons that are pertain to the Crystal Tower, they are like I forget how many. I think it's like 5 or 6 tanks, 6 healers, and like 20 DPS. Or like there's so many people. There's 3 teams. There's like 3 teams of 8 or some shit like that. Like there's so many in the fight, and it I just my brain stops working. Like the story, can't stand those part of it. So we will get to this. So I'm gonna actually collect this because we need this. Legacy of Elag. Do I know you? Unless I am very much mistaken, you are the famed adventurer who bested the Arlean Empire's general, are you not? The great Lily Lovecrest herself. Amazing. And more than a little serendipitous. One might even call it fate. I but recently received word of a truly unique opportunity, you see. An opportunity the like of which none but one of your proven worth could take advantage. The reward, not less than the accumulated knowledge of a fallen civilization. The risk, a single misstep could cost you your life. But what is a little danger to a storied hero such as you? A woman with absolute confidence in her abilities stands to profit handsomely from this venture. No, I crave no recompense. For my part in bringing this opportunity to your attention, the historic discoveries you shall make will be reward enough, I assure you. If my words have fanned the flames of curiosity, then I bid you seek a man by the name of Rembrus at St. Connacht's Vine. It is he who stands at the doorway to untold marvels, awaiting the arrival of a champion bold enough to march across the threshold. It is status to which you must travel, seek out the man known on the internet. Sir, only a fool would not know who you are. And I'm sorry if any of you are fools and don't know who he is. You will find out. Hey, Tataru. Welcome to our new home, the Rising Stones. Isn't it lovely? But why are you standing around here talking to me? Everyone's waiting for you inside. Cut the net. I did not realize the signs had moved until I arrived in Vesper Bay. Thankfully, Aranje was kind enough to direct me here. I know I've only just joined, but if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. Ishtoda. As you can see, our Charlian allies have furnished us with a wealth of new tomes. 'Twould be prudent for you to broaden your knowledge as well. As ravishing as ever, perhaps for old time's sake she would... Gods, Lily, don't sneak up on me like that. We bards are an easily startled lot.
You're a bard. That explains so much. The horror. The horror. I love the smell of victory in the morning. It smells like sweat. No. Moon Thai sauce. No. Victory. Yeah, victory. So here we are. Completely independent and unquestionably neutral. Or at least more so than before. Truth be told, I cannot say it feels that different. Of course, Ida begs to differ. Hey, Mama Minfilia. Oh, you wish to help? That's very kind of you, but I can manage on my own. Besides, you should be out having grand adventures, not withering away here with me. Let me in! Let me in! Hey, Alphno. Is it not wonderful, Lily? Nigh a single presumptuous merchant has darkened our door. I know full well they will come in time, but for now, let us enjoy the respite. Into the select. No matter where you move. No matter where you move, this is always my chair. I work for it. Maybe we'll use that as a thumbnail. Well, it is certainly spacious. Today marks a new beginning for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. For today, we declare our independence. We shall henceforth be beholden to no nation. Serve all of Eorzea's people proudly and openly. But this does not mean that we will sever our ties to the Eorzean alliance. On the contrary, Minfilia and I shall endeavor to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit political considerations to influence our decisions. Our identity remains unchanged, as does our cause. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and our single purpose is to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Hell yeah! For Eorzea! Now, Ida. Do not get too excited. He looked like he was scolding Ida. A moment of your time, Lily. I would speak of Ildebreth. Pardon the intrusion, my lady, but the matter which bringeth me will admit no delay. Mine every attempt to contact the students of Baldessian hath been met with silence. No one will respond? How odd. Allow me to try. No response. Surely they would not ignore us. They have never yet, my lady. I fear we must assume the worst. No, no, I will not believe it. An outpost, perhaps, but not their headquarters. Their wards are beyond circumvention. Had they come under attack, they would most certainly have raised the alarm. None could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. But for those who lack the gift and the knowledge both, oh no. Contact their agents in the field at once. If aught has befallen the students of Baldessian, they may know of it. The thought of it pains me. Until such time as we have evidence to the contrary, we can but assume the worst. Accordingly, we must needs seek another source of information on Ildibus. It is possible that others in the homeland are possessed of such knowledge. Be fairly warned, however, they are unlike to yield it unconditionally. Do what you must. Yet another unforeseen and unwelcome development. What could be next, I wonder? A visit from a crimson-clad Asian, perhaps? Or Ocha? Or... What is that? And which of our allies will then fall silent? For a time I thought we had gained the upper hand. When you shattered the crystal of darkness and cast out La Habrea, I dared to hope that we had found a way to rid ourselves of the Asian menace. But I was wrong. He endures, and may yet return. Upon that point, I have no doubt that Ildibus spoke true. Yet there must be a way to destroy them utterly, a way to spare this world their unholy machination. I dare not consider the alternative. There are forces at work we do not understand, Lily. I discern them all around, in disturbances too great and too numerous to be dismissed. As mere coincidence, doubtless the paragons are involved, but how and to what end is far from clear. I know not what will come, but I do know that we will rise and meet it as one. Ah, my stalwart hero, your face is a picture of resolve. I know that you will be ready when the time comes. With luck, however, that will not be for a while yet. Pray return to your private affairs with my blessing. Should anything arise, you will be informed. Kyle, where are you? Your intercession was not foretold. Nebrileus? You object? We question. Our plans are in motion, your intentions unclear. They survived the seventh door, and are stronger now in the gift. Does that not intrigue you? No, it does not. Serve as you will, so too shall I. We labor not at cross purposes. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time, and the veil is lifted from their eyes. And at long last they see. A realm awoken. Still waters. Is fending? Fending might be... Take. Not sure. Truly, there is no rest for the weary. Scarce had I begun to make myself at home when I received a request for assistance from Imagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It would appear their storehouse in Horizon has been the target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seem in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifest were long dismissed as clerical errors. It was only during the concern's annual audit that a pattern became apparent. Significant quantities of crystals, and only crystals, were missing. I need hardly tell you what they may imply. Primals. The brass blades charged with investigating the thefts believe that someone within the concern is selling the crystals for profit. Alas, they have as yet been unable to identify a likely suspect, and the concern's proprietors have grown frustrated by their lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been of merely monetary value. If there is even a possibility that the thief acts not out of self-interest, but in service to a primal, we can ill afford to wait for the blades to realize their mistake. Pray depart for Horizon at your earliest convenience. Rendezvous with Istola when you arrive. She and Thencred have already begun a preliminary investigation. I have every confidence that the three of you will get to the bottom of these thefts, and they hope our fears prove unfounded when you do. Oh, I can jump back to Vesper Bay because Horizon is the ether right there. Not at Vesper Bay, but you know. Man, I did not think about this, but I need to change. He is not a good one. He doesn't. Does the fat chocobo? No, I don't think the fat chocobo changed his size either. What? Let's just summon our regular chocobo. Look at those tiny ass wings. Hey, Estella. Ah, Lily, your assistance is most welcome. I have already spoken at length with the brass blades of the Rose, albeit to little avail. It would seem that the thieves took great pains to conceal their activities. I could go into further detail, but your time might be better spent in conversation with Fufalupa. He is the officer charged with leading the investigation, and I would only be repeating that which he related to me. And if aught eluded my attention, mayhap it will not elude yours. He's over here. Hello. Oh, hello there. Lily, was it? Your Stola said to expect you. Terrible business, these thefts. We have yet to confirm the quantity of crystals stolen, but I dare say it may be greater than... but never mind that. I have news to share. A short while ago, the driver of a heavily laden carriage refused to halt for inspection and broke through one of our checkpoints on the Royal Elegant Sunway. The car bolted off towards eastern Thailand, where, thank the gods, I hear that our colleagues were able to apprehend them without further incident. A speeding carriage that would seem a curious choice for thieves of such proven cunning. Yet the Amalja do have a foothold in eastern Thailand. And what of their cargo? Did they carry the crystals we seek? We should be receiving a port any moment now, but I failed to see what else it could. Did you miss me, friends? I'm back, but I fear I come bearing disappointing news. On second thought, perhaps it's good news after all. Thankrad, wherever have you been off to? I figured you had everything under control here, so I just took a brief excursion to the east to check up on our Amalja friends. And wouldn't you believe it, I happened upon a runaway carriage on the way. Even when I was able to do my part to help my friends in the Brass Blades intercept it. In all my years, I have never seen such a prodigious quantity of sumas. The Blades are calling it one of the greatest hauls they've ever seen. The stolen crystals, on the other hand, were nowhere to be found. Is that so? Alas, I suppose we have no choice but to resume our search elsewhere. We should reassess our options as well. Come with us, Lily. Against all expectation, it would seem the Amalja are innocent of this particular spat of crimes. By all indication, they have yet to replenish the stores of crystals exhausted during their last attempt to summon Ifrit. I can't fathom is why anyone else would go to such lengths to obtain crystals, and in such quantities. It cannot be that we are dealing with simple thieves. If their motives were profit, why would they limit their trade to crystals only? Plainly, we are missing something. While you think about what it might be, I shall inform Aranje of our progress, or lack thereof.
Now then. Tis I. The situation may be more complicated than we anticipated.
Indeed, I shall remain watchful. Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to... Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness? Oh, very well. Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's Toll. Save thine insinuations for one given to such impropriety. Thou shalt not find me amenable.
Far across the sea from the land of Domar have we traveled. We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for you?
Like the fuck? Like, bitch, I'm just trying to, you know, make a living here. Any bright ideas? A solitary flash of insight? No? Well then, for want of a better suggestion, I say we try picking Fufalupa's brain again. However you say that name. Who knows, if we work together, we may yet find something use nestled away within. Oh, but it is good to see you return. I have given some thought to the matter, and I have just hit upon a most disturbing possibility. How could I have been so blind? Calm yourself. What is this disturbing possibility of which you speak? I was contemplating as to how the thieves' activity escaped our notice for so long, and then it came to me. What if there's someone among our ranks conspiring with them? A traitor in our midst? It would be most unfortunate if your fears proved well founded. Indeed, if for reasons of security the concern decided to transfer the remaining crystals stored in Horizon to another location, their plans would be discovered the moment the brass blades were informed. Nah, but such a shipment would surely be well guarded. With thieves as wily as ours, risk open confrontation. May have not, but neither would the concerned be eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret, to entrust the goods to, let us say, a lone Mikote miner, traveling without escort so as not to attract undue attention. But who? Ah, I see. Yes, the concerned may well elect to do that, but to travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed, and this miner would certainly need to rest upon the way. Mayhap north of the bridge to Hammerlea? A fine spot for a rest, would you not agree, Lily? You lie in wait to the north, and I shall do the same to the south. Ahem. Forgive me, my friends, but I have received new orders. I must inform my men at once. Call me a cynic, but I would be surprised if these thieves lay down their arms and surrender. See that you come prepared to offer them some encouragement. We were clearly doing the same quest. Damn, Estola became a miner, literally. I know that's what the plan was, but she even changed her outfit. You look perfect like a miner, Estola. Stubborn to the last as expected. You are unharmed. A gang of sea thieves, and in Thanalan no less. I suppose there's a first time for everything. Sea wolves? All of them? Did I say this? Did he say sea wolves or sea thieves? Or both? Now I question that I read it wrong. Aye, and all with the same taste and facial tattoos. Blue, in case you were wondering. Our thieves are a long way from home. Pancrad, If you'd be so good as to attend to the outstanding matters in Horizon, I have inquiries to make. To Horizon, then. Bufalopa will want to hear about your meeting with the thieves. On behalf of the brass blades of the Rose, I thank you for your service to Horizon. But we have not been idle. While you were afield, we succeeded in identifying the traitor within our ranks. Is that so? Then by your leave, I should very much like to have a word with the fellow in private. No. I'm afraid that will not be possible. Regrettably, he, managed to subdue the unit of blades dispatched to detain him, and made good his escape. Oh, for the love of... And how did he manage that, exactly? Your men haven't been sampling that... Sumnus we confiscated, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise? No, but he was quite strong. A sea-wolf. Luminsian born and raised, I believe. But do not worry, we will find him. You have my word on that. I see. Pray keep me apprised of any development. Yes, she's standing next to me. Understood. I fear our time together is at an end, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know. But one must follow where duty leads. You might try to look a little disappointing. Or do you mean to give me another one of your stoic nods? You do, don't you? Nod. I like how sometimes they play into the fact that our characters don't talk that much, or at all. The Mother of Exiles. Menphilia bid me to tell you to make for Vesper Bay, where young Alphino awaits your coming most eagerly. It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident. I am not privy to the details. While you do whatever it is that Alphino has planned for you, I shall endeavor to track down our traitorous brass blade. And when I do, you may rest assured that we will have our answers. I believe this might be a good spot, because I think we're going to dive into something new here. Yeah, there's another fat chocobo. I'll go over here and stand by Alphino, but this is the Doma person, I think. Well, Alphino's by the Doma ship, anyway. So, I think that's a good spot, because we're gonna go into kind of another section again. So like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. See ya!